Hey mamas, you are listening to the Motherhood is Ghetto podcast. We all know motherhood can be a beautiful thing, but girl, it can also be ghetto. Join me as we discuss some of the best and worst parts of being a mom raising kids, all while trying to figure out this thing called life. This ghetto is a safe space, mamas. So welcome to the hood. Hey mamas, welcome back to another episode of Motherhood is Ghetto. My name is Joy, and how y'all doing out there? If y'all doing all right, you already know what to say. Say amen. I pray you are having a great day, a great week so far. And in today's episode, I got a few friendly reminders, amen, because before we know it, it's going to be gift giving season. Amen. We are quickly approaching the end of the year where it's Christmas and New Year and all this stuff. So I just wanted to swing by real quick and give y'all some friendly reminders as we quickly approach the gift giving season. Because as we know, this is a very stressful time of the year. It's stressful on our minds and our bodies and also our pocketbooks. Amen. So I wanted to just give some friendly reminders. Not telling you what to do or how to do it, but just giving y'all some friendly reminders as we go into this holiday season to make sure you stay sane and make sure you stay with money. Amen. Because ain't nothing like buying a whole bunch of stuff and then looking up and realizing that you done spent all your money or overspent, and now you're having to rob Peter to pay Paul to get the bills paid. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. I don't want that for none of us. So I'm just gonna drop off some friendly reminders. If if you take them, great. If not, great. I'm just here. I'm just here to do the Lord's work. Amen. So the first thing, mamas, overspending is a choice. It's not mandatory. I'll say it again. Overspending is a choice. It's not mandatory. So make sure this holiday season you are not overspending. Do not go outside of your means to get gifts for people who probably don't even deserve them. Do not overspend, even them kids. Work within your means. And I'm hoping that this episode will upload in time before y'all start spending. Like, I'm trying to catch y'all before you start spending the monies. But let's not overspend this holiday season, mamas. We already got too much going on. We already paying back Klarna and all them people. Like, let's not overspend. Let's create a budget for ourselves and let's stick to it. Everybody don't need everything. So no overspending this time. No overspending this time, mamas, okay? All right. And another thing that I want you guys to keep in mind is that holidays can be a tough time. There's family and loved ones that are no longer with us that we wish were here, and the holidays have a tendency to bring up and stir up those emotions and memories and stuff like that. So make sure you're taking care of yourself during the holiday season, however that looks like, because you don't need to go to every family function or gathering if it doesn't bring you peace and it doesn't bring you joy and it causes more disturbance than it does harmony. Then just simply don't go. Simply don't participate. Do whatever it is that's going to bring you the most joy and happiness within this season. Period. You don't have to show up or show face or entertain anybody if you don't feel like it. And you don't have to push your kids in front of anybody or nobody that you don't want them to be in front of and they don't want to be in front of. Do what you need to do to make sure you have a happy holiday season this year. I don't want you thinking about anybody else but you and them kids. Amen. and and if holiday parties and stuff, that's your bag and that makes you feel happy and fulfilled, then do it. Don't dim your light for anybody. If you want to go out, party, have a good time with family and friends, don't let anyone dim that light. Do you. But if you feel the opposite and you're just feeling a little bit sad and you're missing your loved ones and it's just that time of the year, like that seasonal depression type stuff, then take care of yourself. Don't feel like you have to overextend yourself for anybody or for anything. So, there's a question that I want us all to ask ourselves before we go out and spend our hard-earned money on anyone this holiday season. I want you to ask yourself, did they ask for this or do I want them to have it? So, I know for me, in my experience with my kids, when I was younger, I used to buy them a lot of stuff that they didn't ask for. It was just things that like I thought were cute or oh, like I want them to have this or things that I thought that they would like or enjoy, but I quickly came to realize and sometimes the turnover rate was like Christmas Day where they would show me like they didn't want that. Like they look at it for a couple seconds and then put it down somewhere and never to be played with again. And the same goes for adults. Like, did they ask for this specific thing that you're about to buy them? Or is it something that you just feel like they want? Because I feel like if we ask ourselves that question before we start spending money, we could probably one, save a lot of our coin, and two, avoid having to buy something that's going to end up being trash later or not used, or we're going to have to try to resell for cheaper than what we bought it for. Like, let's be intentional with gift giving this year and actually ask these people that we want to buy gifts for what they may want. Let's not waste our money. And I know especially with me and my kids, like I'm going to ask them like, okay, what do y'all want for Christmas? I'm not making any promises I'm gonna get everything you want, but I'm asking because I do not want to waste my money on anything. I want to make sure that it's whatever it is that you want and not something that I just want for you or I think that you'll like and just playing darts in the dark. I don't want to do that. So I know this year for Christmas, I I planned a trip for me and my kids to go to Disneyland. Now, that does not mean that they won't get gifts. They'll get a couple gifts. They ain't gonna get the tree ain't gonna be full of gifts on Christmas Day, no, because I did plan a trip for us to go to Disneyland, and that's not cheap. But the key word in that is I planned it. So I'm not going outside of my means to execute on this trip. I'm not overspending. I'm not doing any of that because I've been saving up for this trip so that way I don't have to go into debt for it. I don't gotta do any type of like buy now, pay later. I don't gotta run up my credit card. Like I don't gotta do none of that stuff because I planned for this trip. And also too, even before I started saving money for this trip, I made sure, amen, that every single one of my kids wanted to go to Disneyland. Because if one of them would have said no, then none of us are going. We're not going because I'm not going to spend and waste my money on a trip that we're all not going to enjoy. I need us all to be able to enjoy this trip. I need us all to be on one accord and want to go on this trip. Like I'm not spending money on a trip that, you know, that one of us doesn't want. And I just feel like that's a waste. And so I made sure that yeah, we all want to go to Disneyland and we're all in agreement. So I planned for it. I've been saving up for this trip since the beginning of the year. And I have enough money saved for all four tickets and also two for our room and board. So the only thing that I'm saving up for now is just the rental car for us to be able to get out there and come back home. So that's it. Like make sure that whatever you're getting for your kids or whatever experience you're trying to give them is something that they truly want and that they'll truly appreciate. Amen. Cause ain't nothing like spending your earned coins and then them kids not appreciating it. I don't know if y'all heard the bus outside. My son just pulled up. He home from school. But anywho, make sure to ask yourself that question before you go spending your money. Did they ask for it, or is it something that you want them to have? And that's a perfect segue into my next reminder. If you don't have the money for it, don't buy it. Don't buy it, mama. We are not going into debt this holiday season. We are not starting off 2026 in the red. We're starting it in the black, in the green. Amen. We're not starting the year off in the red, and we're not going to be spending half of 2026 paying for Christmas 2025. We're not going to do that. So if you do not have the money to buy all the fancy gifts and all this stuff, then don't. Buy whatever it is in your means to buy. Do not overextend your wallets because I guarantee you, like, it's just going to save you a whole lot of stress in the end. Just get what you can afford. Do what you can afford to do. And if anybody, child, spouse, friend, relative, if anyone has a problem with that, how you choose to spend your money and not overspending on them, then they don't deserve whatever it was that you were trying to get for them. They don't deserve it. And that goes for trips too. Like if you don't have the money to go on a holiday girls trip with the friends or plan a holiday getaway with your family, like if you don't have the means to be able to do that, then don't. You can very well create great memories at home, in town. Like all that stuff can still be done. You don't have to spend your last, or even in most cases, not even spend your last, like spend money you don't have. Go into debt to be able to please others for this holiday season. You just don't have to. You don't have to. Also, too, leave them buy now, pay laters alone. Leave them alone. Leave them where they are at. That we are not buy nowing and paying latering for anything. We're not doing that. I don't know, man. I'm not judging or anything like that because I used to do buy now pay later as well. Like faithfully. Like I used to do it too, but it's just a better feeling knowing that like you've saved for it and you've planned the money for it and you don't have to keep spending future money on things that you bought months ago. Like it just helps to keep more money in your pocket. And honestly, the buy now pay later stuff, it just ends up being another bill. It's another bill at the end of the day until you can pay it off. But sometimes we have the buy now, pay later, and then we keep adding more stuff. So once we've paid off the one thing, then there's another thing that we're also paying off simultaneously, and it's just a never-ending cycle. And at some point, we got to break it. At some point, we just got to break it. And I understand maybe buy now, pay later comes in clutch, like for an emergency, and you really need to put something on like payment plans. Like I get that. But gift giving is not an emergency. Gift giving is not something that we absolutely need to make sure that we have a payment plan for. We just don't. And like I said, it's just better to plan for it. Well, it's early enough. Like, ask your kids now what they want for Christmas. Run the numbers. Amen. See what everything is going to cost, and then work out a budget. Work out how much you'll have to save between now and Christmas in order to afford whatever they're asking for. Like, just don't be afraid to run the numbers. I think a lot of us get in that mindset where it's like, oh, well, it's only once a year and it's Christmas. And like that, to me, like that's an excuse because it's Christmas every year. Like every year they're gonna get a Christmas. That's guaranteed. So why are we overspending and going into debt and creating more bills for ourselves when it's already hard enough out here? It's already hard enough out here, mama. So let's ease up on ourselves this holiday season and just do what we can with what we have. And the last thing, mamas, before I let you go, please make sure to remember to do something special for yourself. While we can get wrapped up in the holiday season and giving everyone else all the warm and fuzzies and all that stuff, we also need to make sure too that we are doing something special for ourselves. If that looks like buying a special gift for yourself or something that you've always wanted, it may just even mean peace and quiet. Like, make time and space for that, whatever it is. Because especially during the holiday season, our hope is that everyone is grateful for the things that we do for them. But at the end of the day, being a mom is a thankless job. We don't get enough thank yous in the day or I appreciate yous. Like we don't get that. So it's going to be up to you during this holiday season to take some time and space to do something special for yourself. Just in case no one does anything special for you. And even if they do, you can still do something special for yourself. Don't forget yourself during this holiday season either while you're making sure not to forget everyone else. So, with that being said, mamas, I'm going to go ahead and land the plane here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to share it with anyone who you think would also find it helpful. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at motherhood_is_ghetto. And don't forget to follow the show. You can follow the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and as well as YouTube. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. Amen. But thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, mamas. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast. Don't forget to follow the podcast and share with anyone who you think may enjoy it. And follow me on Instagram at motherhood_is_ghetto. Also, feel free to DM me if you have any experiences, opinions, or views on motherhood you'd like me to share on the podcast. Until next time, mamas.